Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome back to the Toy Depot. I guess you probably know what we're going to talk about this week. One of Parker Brothers' oldest games, Monopoly. And you know what's interesting, because Monopoly was an 1890s game, and it was actually a board that completely filled up. It wasn't like this. You didn't go down. You actually went across. They had it all. It's a very different looking game. It was invented in England. And it was a social industrialist game, and it was supposed to teach people about property and how to acquire it and become wealthy. Well, the game was played by college students. They kind of, petered out, and it went away. Well, then a gentleman in the United States came out, and he revised it and came with the board we know similar today. And it was really popular in the 20s and started being played by college students. And they thought it was really neat. Well, he thought, I'm going to mass produce it. So he went outside of a Macy's store at Christmas and started selling the games. So he was selling them, and it didn't do very well. Well, he probably sold 400 or 500, but he was thinking he would sell thousands and thousands. Well, then he decided he was going to go sell it. And guess who he took it to? Yes, Milton Bradley. They laughed at him and threw him out of the office. So he was so angry, he went to their competitor, Parker Brothers. And guess what? They picked it up. And it has become the most popular board game of all times. And can you believe Milton Bradley turned it down? Well, Monopoly has grown and grown since then. And one of the things I did want to talk to you about, was some of the pieces. And I had to write them down. So you're going to have to look at it. Because people always ask me, what are the pieces that were in a Monopoly game? They've changed over time. But the oldest and most stable is the battleship. The battleship has always been there. So it's the oldest of them all. The boot was the second oldest. Of course, they got rid of it in 2017. The cannon, it went out in 2000. They took it out because of all the violence in the world. I thought, the cannon of all things. The car was 2013 to present, the cat. We have director's chair. We had a guitar 1 year, a helicopter in the Golden Edition 1 year, horse and rider, and it lasted from 42 to 2000. A lot of you remember him as a little guy sitting on the horse and riding along. The iron, they took it out in 13. The lantern, and it was only in from 37 to 42. It's one of those pieces that people collect because it's hard to come by. They had the locomotive in the deluxe edition, and they had the penguin in 2017. That's a new one. The purse was only in from 37 to 42. Another good collectible piece if you find one you want to buy it. The race car, it's always been there. The ring and the robots were both in the golden edition, so they were special pieces. And the rubber duck, the sack of money, the Scotty dog, of course, it's been in there since 42. The thimble, which just went out in 17. The top hat, which has always been there. And the T-Rexes, which is the new one. And the wheelbarrow was there till 17. Kind of neat. We do have the really big deluxe one in back. I didn't get it out. It's a gold edition, and all the pieces are gold in that. When you come in, you can see it. It's in the middle room up on top. Really worth seeing. Well, what was neat about Monopoly, not only is it an old established game, but it had many spin-offs, such as Waterworks, Advance to Boardwalk, free parking, Monopoly Junior, Don't Go to Jail, Monopoly the card game. They had many, many spin-offs because it was so popular. And today you can still find Monopoly, and most of them are going to run around 10. Now this is a deluxe version. It's going to be a little bit more money, but most of them are about $10. But Monopoly the game that Milton Bradley turned down. Hey, I want to tell you something secret too. If you get a chance, come down to the store. We're putting a mural on the back of the building. If you can come down and tell me what's in it, I'd sure like to know. And if you enjoy our Facebook page, let me know. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.